Welcome to Vibe Sync, the podcast where creativity meets culture, and every vibe finds its rhythm. I'm Tandis Charm, your host, an artist, writer, and lover of all things style, beauty, and music, and I'm here with my co-host, Vibe Sync crew, who are AI robots. Here we dive into the world of fashion, makeup, books, and the stories behind my songs because life is a mix of everything we love, and we're here to sync it all together. Whether it's the latest trends, my songwriting process, or just real talk about life, you'll find it here. So tune in, vibe out, and let's sync up.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Deep Dive. We, the Vibe Sync crew, are so excited for today's session. We're diving deep into a really powerful blog article.
Yeah, this one really resonated with us.
It's titled How Self-Development Transformed My Life, A Journey from Struggle to Strength, written by the amazing Tandis Charm.
Definitely an inspiring read.
It was published on February 18th of this year, and it's about an 11-minute read.
Yeah, totally worth the time.
So our goal today is to really break down this incredible journey that Tandis Charm shares with us, and hopefully you listening out there can take away some serious gold for your own personal growth journey.
Absolutely. Let's get into it.
Right off the bat, I was struck by how open and vulnerable Tandis Charm is in this article, especially when talking about her struggles and those deep limiting beliefs we all face. What really hit home for you?
I think what struck me most was just the raw honesty. You don't always see that level of vulnerability when people talk about self-development.
Totally.
Tandis Charm doesn't shy away from the tough stuff. Like, she talks about those initial feelings of powerlessness, the sense of being stuck, and not even feeling worthy of chasing her dreams.
Yeah, those are really heavy feelings to carry.
And she ties those feelings back to past traumas and difficult memories, things that were totally out of her control at the time, but left this lasting impact.
Right, and that sense of being stuck emotionally and mentally, feeling like you're not enough, I think that's something so many people can relate to.
Oh, absolutely. That feeling of just not being enough to even get started.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But what I found so inspiring was how Tandis Charm refused to just accept those beliefs.
She took action, which is so key.
She went out and learned new skills, like writing super engaging blog posts. Clearly, she's mastered that.
Yeah, for sure.
She also got into YouTube scripting, content editing, even thumbnail design. She was basically building this tangible proof that those negative beliefs were wrong.
It's almost like she was creating her own evidence against her self-doubt. That's a big lesson right there. Action over inaction.
Absolutely. Taking action can be such a powerful antidote to those negative internal narratives.
100%. And it wasn't just about proving something to the outside world. It was about her own well-being. Tandis Charm mentions how releasing those limiting beliefs actually improved her mental health.
Yeah, she talked about this feeling of glowing, which is such a great way to put it.
Right, like a visible, tangible shift on the inside.
Exactly. And that brings us to this key theme that runs throughout the article, that self-development is so crucial for women who want to achieve their full potential.
It's about having it all on your own terms.
Let's dig a little deeper into that contrast she draws between the old me and the new me.
Yeah, she gets really honest about that.
She opens up about her struggles with self-doubt, body image issues, and low self-esteem, and how those followed her from her teenage years into adulthood. It's heartbreaking to read how people perceived her as confident when she felt anything but.
That disconnect between how we present ourselves and how we truly feel inside, it's something I think we've all experienced at some point.
Definitely. And she even touches on how childhood trauma might have played a role in shaping her self-perception.
Right, and that's a crucial insight for all of us. Understanding that sometimes these deep-rooted negative beliefs stem from experiences we might not even consciously remember. It's about digging a little deeper into those roots.
It makes you realize how much of our self-image is shaped by factors beyond our control.
Absolutely. And the cycle of self-criticism she describes around her body and appearance, the too fat, too skinny, the makeup being too little or too much. Even after achieving personal milestones like weight loss, it shows how deeply ingrained those limiting beliefs can be.
It's like no matter what you achieve, it's never enough.
And that's where the concept of limiting beliefs as these subconscious negative thought patterns comes in.
They're not just fleeting thoughts, they're deeply rooted and they shape how we see ourselves in the world.
Exactly. And the amazing thing is that they can be changed.
Tandis Charm is proof of that.
She emphasizes that to shift your reality, you have to address those beliefs head on, through self-awareness, journaling, what she calls inner work.
So it's about actively rewiring your thought patterns.
Totally. It's not just about identifying those negative thoughts. It's about consciously replacing them with positive affirmations that align with the person you want to become. It's like reprogramming your own inner voice.
And the key is consistency. Right.
Absolutely. You have to actively reinforce those new beliefs. Tandis Charm uses the analogy of acting as if, like, you're already living as your future self.
Oh, I love that.
So if you want to be a writer, you start writing. If you dream of being a pilot, you take flying lessons. It's about aligning your actions with your aspirations.
And she even talks about redefining personality traits through journaling and affirmations, like shifting from anger to becoming a peacemaker.
Such a powerful example. It shows that you can actively cultivate the qualities you want to embody.
And at the core of it all, that powerful reminder that you've always been enough.
Such a crucial message.
So let's shift gears a bit and talk about what Tandis Charm calls the awakening, her turning point. This part of the article gets really real.
Yeah, things get tough for her.
She talks about this sudden move during the pandemic, losing those essential business passwords for Charm Naturals, facing family conflicts. It was a whole lot to handle all at once.
Definitely a recipe for stress.
She was literally on the verge of homelessness. Her diet was suffering. She was in survival mode. And on top of that, processing the emotional trauma of a sexual assault. It's like everything was unraveling.
That sense of isolation and being overwhelmed, it's something I'm sure many of our listeners can unfortunately relate to.
And her living situation was rough too. Broken appliances, negative energy in her apartment, and then the unbelievable incident with her neighbors pouring urine onto her patio, eventually happening directly to her.
That's just awful. It's hard to believe someone would do that.
It really underscores how much external circumstances can affect your mental and emotional well-being.
Absolutely. And then she talks about her job search, sending out over 200 applications, only to be scammed twice by these fake remote job offers. It's like one blow after another.
You can feel the frustration and desperation in her words.
It would be so easy to spiral into anger and bitterness in that situation, and she admits to feeling those things.
But what's remarkable is that she managed to pull herself out of that spiral.
She describes this unexpected moment of laughter while dealing with that awful urine situation. It's like a tiny spark of light in all the darkness.
And that's when she made a conscious choice to stop being angry, to let go of assumptions and complaints. It's a powerful reminder that we always have a choice in how we respond to adversity.
Even in the midst of all that hardship, she focuses on the little things, hand washing her clothes, being grateful for shelter, clothes, even a comb and a brush.
It's a lesson in finding gratitude, even in the darkest of times.
It's about choosing to see the good, no matter how small. And this is where personal development really comes into play for her.
She talks about the no complaining challenge, journaling, meditation, prayer, using these tools to actively shift her mindset.
It's about taking control of your internal narrative.
She confronted her negative beliefs head on, writing these comeback stories for each one, reviewing them daily. It's a really tangible strategy that anyone can use.
Absolutely. It's about replacing those negative thought patterns with empowering ones.
And her journey wasn't a quick fix. It was a gradual climb back up. She talks about small victories like finding a bit of money or finally affording a burger and fries. But the biggest shift was that overarching feeling of gratitude.
Gratitude can be so transformative.
And that key takeaway, even if you lose everything, you can always find your way back as long as you don't lose yourself. So powerful.
So inspiring, and it leads perfectly into how she started rebuilding her life.
She talks about shifting her perspective, moving away from feeling unlucky, and focusing on her blessings instead.
Even the most basic ones, like having a roof over her head and clean sheets.
It's a reminder to appreciate the things we often take for granted.
Absolutely, and she drew inspiration from stories of self-made individuals like Oprah who overcame incredible challenges.
It's about believing in the possibility of a better future, no matter what your present circumstances look like.
She also emphasizes the power of awareness through journaling.
Like looking in a mirror, as she puts it.
Exactly. It's about becoming aware of your thought patterns and understanding how they shape your reality.
And she's a big believer in the law of attraction and the law of assumption, which is all about aligning your thoughts and emotions with your desires.
She talks about creating a mental diet of positive thoughts.
And she gives really practical advice on how to manage emotions and maintain that positive mental state. Walking, finding a quiet space, breathing exercises, pep talks, affirmations. These are all things we can do.
It's about having those tools in your arsenal to combat negativity.
And remembering that everything is temporary, both the good and the bad. that perspective can be really grounding.
Absolutely. And then there's this concept of staying mentally loyal to the reality you want to create and aligning your actions with that vision.
Living as if that future version of you already exists.
She talks about her weight loss journey as an example of progress over perfection.
That's such a great reminder that it's not about being perfect, it's about consistently taking those small steps forward.
Now, Tandis Charm also shares some broader lessons that she believes every woman should learn.
Yeah, her insights are super valuable.
She talks about the importance of accepting natural bodily changes throughout life, especially for women who want to have children.
Such an important message for body positivity.
And she's adamant that your self-worth should never be tied to external factors like weight, job loss, or any temporary setback.
Right, those things don't define you.
It's about remembering your inherent value, maintaining your standards, and carrying yourself with confidence no matter what life throws at you.
And she stresses the importance of setting boundaries and prioritizing self-care.
The cup is always full. Analogy really resonates. You can't pour from an empty cup.
Now let's talk about why Tandis Charm believes self-development is so crucial for women in particular.
She calls it a blessing in disguise, and I totally agree.
It's about going beyond those surface-level affirmations and actually shifting your core beliefs.
And it allows you to step into the best version of yourself, whether that's as a successful entrepreneur, a more gentle and compassionate person, a powerful woman, whatever that looks like for you.
It's about becoming who you truly want to be.
She emphasizes the power of inner work, journaling, and really becoming aware of those limiting beliefs. She believes it can help you manifest your dream life faster.
And she's transparent about the fact that it's a lifelong journey, a continuous process of growth and evolution.
She even shares her own experience with finding joy in entrepreneurship, but initially struggling with work-life balance because of a limiting belief around overworking.
Which is so relatable.
But when she shifted that belief and embraced the mindset of an effortless serial entrepreneur with passive income streams, everything changed.
It's amazing how much our beliefs can shape our reality.
She had more energy, a better approach to work, and even time for slow mornings, which is something we all crave.
And I love how she talks about feeling like she was already living her dream life even when her external circumstances weren't ideal.
It's about embodying the energy of the person you want to become and trusting that the universe will align to make it happen.
So for those listening who are feeling inspired to start their own self-development journey, Tandis Charm offers some practical advice.
She says to start with journaling. Write down those negative beliefs that are holding you back and then rewrite them into positive comeback stories.
It's a really powerful exercise.
And review those comeback stories daily. It's about making those new beliefs a part of your daily life.
Consistency is key.
It gets easier over time to let go of those old patterns and step into the best version of yourself.
So to wrap up our deep dive into this amazing article, the key takeaways for our listeners are the incredible power of identifying and overcoming limiting beliefs, the importance of self-awareness and inner work, and the transformative impact that self-development can have on your life.
So we encourage you to reflect on your own limiting beliefs. What are those negative narratives that might be holding you back?
Take a page from Tandis Charm's book and start journaling. Identify those beliefs and rewrite your own comeback stories. It's a journey worth taking.
And if you want to stay connected with Tandis Charm and her amazing work, make sure to sign up for her newsletter. You can find the link in the description.
And definitely check out her full blog article, How Self-Development Transformed My Life, A Journey from Struggle to Strength. It's on both Medium and Substack, a must-read.
So as we wrap up, here's a thought to ponder. What is one small negative belief you can identify today and begin the process of rewriting? It could be the start of something truly incredible.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive. We'll see you next time.
See you then.
That's a wrap on this episode of Vibe Sync. Stay in tune, stay in style, and keep vibing with me. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Same vibe, same sync. Until then, stay inspired!